Hello and welcome to Clear TV, your guide to navigating the joys and challenges in relationship. I'm Abigail Asantwa-Boateng, your host for today's program. And today we are diving deep into the heart of relationship. So whether you're single or in a relationship, you have to get ready with me, be inspired, empowered, and equipped with the knowledge that will be taught today. Stay tuned for more enlightenment, and I believe your life will never be the same. We'll be right back. Welcome back, our dearest viewers, to Clear TV. Today, I have with me Reverend Amos Darko, right here in the studios. Welcome, Daddy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Daddy, today we're talking about relationship. But then, what do you have for us this morning?
Okay. So once again, let me say a very big thank you to you and then your team, your producer, Mr. Lajaka, for the privilege given me not to also forget about our dear sister, our sister in charge of costumes and makeups and what have you, our dear sister Franca. God bless you all for the great work. Also to your lovely viewers, it is actually you that is making Clear TV a very awesome and most wanted or sought after television station in Ghana. Today I want us to look at the hard truth. What is the hard truth? Actually, the hard truth is the truth which perhaps is very difficult for people to grasp, but is actually true. Wow. And today what I want us to look at is the notion that so many people have about their couples or their married partners. Now, I believe you've heard somebody say, all men are wicked. Is that not it?
Exactly.
And all women are evil. But take this. Although it's very hard, I want you to take it. The truth of the matter is that not all men are wicked and not all women are evil. It is actually the one you chose that is the evil and the most wicked among all of them.
Wow, this is
Yes.
serious.
Yes. And the truth is that when you were choosing, you didn't choose wisely.
Wow.
Yes, it's difficult, but I have to put it out there. So please stop having the ideology that all men are wicked and all women are evil. It is actually the one you chose, you decided to settle with, that is actually the wicked person. So release yourself from that mentality and go out there and seek for the real person. No, there are actually good people out there, but the truth is that they are very rare to find. They are difficult to find because you don't find gold on the earth, you know.
This is
You have
serious.
to dig deeper. Yeah.
Daddy, repeat it again.
So, well, what I'm saying is that gold is very rare. It's very difficult to find gold on the surface of the earth. You need to put in much energy, much time, and dig deeper for you to discover. So remember, not all men are wicked and not all women are evil, as we used to say. But the truth is that you have to choose wisely.
Wow.
And then you will get the right person.
Wow, Daddy, this is so powerful. I believe you heard that. Not all men are wicked and not all women are evil. Daddy, that's so powerful. God bless you. Welcome, our lovely viewers, to Clear TV. Today, our topic of discussion is time wasters in a relationship. I was so curious and anxious when my producer actually gave me the topic of discussion for today. That is time wasters in relationship. And I was asking, who are time wasters in relationship? So, Daddy, I want you to throw more light on time wasters. Who exactly are time wasters in relationship?
Okay, thank you, my dear sister Abigail. Once again, let me use this opportunity to say a very thank you to your producers. Actually, I was so blessed when I received an invitation from Mr. Lajaka, your chief producer,
Wow.
and then your executive director. And also, let me say a very big thank you to your wonderful costumes and makeup artist, our dear sister Franca, and then also to the entire crew for this great work you are doing. Who are time wasters?
Yes.
Well, A time waster, when you look at, as its name goes, is someone who consumes time inefficiently and unnecessarily, such that they even prevent you from achieving or accomplishing your goals and your aim in life.
Wow.
The truth of the matter is that in relationships, there are certain people that enter into the relationship with the motive of coming to date the life out of you.
Wow. Dates the
Yes.
life out of you.
And if you are not careful and you fall a prey into the hands of some of these people, they will date you until you know you've been dated.
Really interesting.
Yes.
Wow.
And so when we talk of time wasters, these are people who want to be with you but are not ready to put a ring on your finger.
Wow.
And so what we are actually discussing today is a very serious thing. I want each and every one of you to pay rapt attention.
Yes.
What causes time
Time.
wasting in
Yes.
relationship? There are so many factors that leads to people wasting time in relationship. And maybe with time, we want to believe God will help us to just share 10 of those points with you. Now, number one, when a person enters into a relationship too early than they ought to,
Okay.
that relationship is likely to end up becoming a time wasting relationship.
Okay.
What do I mean by that? You know, the Bible says there's time for everything, is that not it?
Yes.
And in Ephesians 5, verse number 15 to 16 says that, maybe I should read it. The Bible said, let's carefully then walk, or let me take it from the English Standard Version.
Okay.
It said, look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time. Let me stress this, making the best use of the time, because the days are evil.
Wow.
You know, the truth of the matter is that because the days are evil, you are likely to come across evil people in this world. And some of these people are likely to end up becoming the person who dates you.
Wow.
And so the Bible says we should put to proper use the time we have at our disposal. That is what it means when he said, make the best use of the time. And so if you are in a relationship and the person you are dating is not ready or not showing signs of going on from where you are at your dating and your courting stage to metamorphose the relationship into a marriage, you should know that that person is actually wasting your time. Now, I'll give you so many things to identify such people.
Okay.
But first of all, you cannot enter into a relationship when it is not time for you to enter into a relationship.
Wow.
The Bible says there's
Interesting.
time for everything.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
And so when you enter into a relationship at, say, age 14, 15, this is too far or way far beyond the time it is expected for you to enter into a relationship. So if by the time you turn 18 or 20 in that relationship, if you had entered into the relationship at age 14, you would have spent 6 years in that relationship by your 20th birthday.
Wow.
And what is going to happen is that a lot of people wouldn't be ready to marry you at 20.
No.
And so they would want to extend the relationship into perhaps several years.
Yeah.
And if you are not careful, as people grow, their minds change. So they are likely not to settle down with you as it was anticipated at the initial stage of the
Okay.
relationship. So entering into a relationship too early is one of the factors that actually brings about time wasting in relationship.
Okay.
Number two, let me share with you the second one. When the relationship in which you are involved in has gone way beyond dating and courting, and you are still in the relationship. You know, relationship, there is actually a time for dating and a time for courting.
But Daddy, what is dating and what is courtship?
Wow.
Yes.
So when we say somebody is the dating stage of every relationship is when two people meet and they decide to understudy each other
Okay.
until they are satisfied with convincing evidence that this person I have chosen is the right person for me to be with. And
Okay.
then it metamorphoses into courting,
Question.
where the relationship becomes something more than friendship, but it moves into other deeper realms, and by so doing, it ends up in marriage.
Wow.
And so when somebody enters into a relationship and they allow the relationship to go beyond the dating and the courting stage, it is going to get to a point where conflict will set in, because when you bring two different people together, trust me, there will be conflict.
Yes, for sure.
And so as conflict sets in, the interest you once had for the relationship will disappear. And with time, you are going to lose complete interest in the relationship. And if the person who is dating you is not bold enough, or perhaps if you yourself are not bold enough to tell the person we should break up, the relationship will be hanging, but it has no foreseeable future. Number three, when there is excessive commitment and sacrifice in a relationship,
Wow.
it can easily lead to time wasting. Assuming I'm going out with a lady, and the lady I'm going out with is perhaps an SHS graduate wanting to enter the tertiary. So I go out of my all, provide for her tuition, her feeding, her accommodation, and I give her almost everything she needs. She goes schools for 3 4 years, has her national service,
Yeah.
and after everything, she also wants to pursue her master's. So I also take care of the funds for the master's. Trust me, such a woman will be obligated to me. She will feel so much obligated that she wouldn't want to lose the relationship.
Sure.
She wouldn't want to go do something that perhaps will make her look bad in the relationship. So even though she may have lost the love for me along the line, she may still want to keep quiet and maintain the relationship until I own up and tell her that, I'm tired and I can't continue with this relationship anymore.
Wow.
So these are also one of the things that leads to time wasting. When
Okay.
a relationship has so much or excessive, I use the word excessive to mean that it's good to show commitment, it's good to sacrifice and help your partner, but when you overdo it, it makes the person feel stuck to you, such that they don't want to even end the relationship even when they are not interested in you anymore. The fourth reason why most relationships end up becoming a time wasting relationship is when the relationship started with infatuations and obsessions.
Okay.
When somebody is obsessed with you, or somebody is infatuated with you, they get to the point where they can't even stop talking about you. Their life actually comes to a pause without you.
Wow.
And so when a relationship is built around infatuations and obsessions, it will get to a point in time when these infatuations and obsessions dissipate. The person will now come back to its real self and realize that they didn't love you at the first place.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was actually a mistake being with
Mistake.
you.
A
And
mistake.
when such a thing happens, it will get to a point where the person wouldn't be interested anymore in the relationship. Now, another thing that I want you to also observe is that when all the red flags in the relationships are ignored,
Ah,
that relationship can actually lead to a time wasting relationship.
interesting.
What are red flags? Red flags are all the things that points to you that this relationship has a very huge question mark at the tail end of it. For instance, when the guy you are dating or the lady you are dating is also dating another person
Wow.
and is cheating on you with multiple other ladies or guys, and you happen to find out, you confront him, he apologizes, and you continue with the relationship, only to realize that he's still cheating, he's lying, and all. These are red flags. These are things that are informing or trying to get you to know that the relationship isn't going to work. When you ignore these red flags,
Yeah.
the relationship can last into a foreseeable future, but only to end in the end.
Okay.
So these are some of the things that actually leads to time wasting.